Have you ever wondered what Vladimir Putin does when no one is watching? Not the fierce president on TV, not the iron-fisted ruler, but the man alone in the silent heart of the Kremlin. This story might surprise you. In the dead of Moscow's bitter winter, President Vladimir Putin woke at 4 a.m. just as he had for decades. The world knew him as a man of steel, who barely slept, rarely smiled, and never let his true thoughts slip. But there was something almost no one knew. Putin adored classical music. Inside his massive oak-paneled office stood a sleek black grand piano. Some nights, long after the generals and ministers had gone home, he would sit at that piano, fingers brushing over the ivory keys. On a frigid January evening, he did just that. After hours of tense military briefings, Putin lowered himself onto the bench and began to play a haunting Chopin nocturne. The soft, sorrowful notes floated through the room, telling a story he would never say aloud, of loneliness, burdens, and ghosts from a life built on power. Outside, the Kremlin walls were buried under fresh snow, golden lights casting strange, wavering shadows. A loyal bodyguard stood silently a few feet away. He had once been KGB, had witnessed countless betrayals, but watching his president's head bowed over the piano, he felt as though he were seeing something sacred. When the last note faded, Putin let out a small sigh and stood. In an instant, the distant look vanished. His eyes turned cold again, sharp as Siberian ice. He stepped to the window, gazing over Red Square glittering in the night. Then, without turning, he spoke. "It's not power that keeps me awake at night. It's the memories." The bodyguard gave a quiet nod, though he wasn't sure he truly understood. Putin buttoned his jacket, walked through the heavy door, and disappeared into the endless corridors of the Kremlin. Tomorrow he would return to the cameras, unyielding, unflinching, to remind the world that Russia still had a man who feared nothing. And behind him, the piano waited, hoping for another sad melody that might never come. What do you think? Is power worth such loneliness? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to follow for more untold stories like this.